Hello everyone, dear friends. As you know, superhero films are based on the fight. Good with evil, however, although not often. It happens so the main characters. Films on both sides save their sworn enemies. In today's United issue you will see 20 such cases from cinema in the form of a top open. The release of the clock is in the final of the film, the first avenger of the confrontation with death. The main villain of the film Baron Zem after avengers for the death of their family in Hauzima managed to take revenge. Covey Pogbalix another on tried to commit suicide. However, Chala, despite the desire revenge on the death of your father, stops the Zem and delivers it to the authorities. In 19th place, the main, as it turned out, incredibly powerful, the villain of the film of the Guardians. At the very beginning of the film, eschewing raccoon missiles could not resist and Pug Alec. Batteries of the sovereigns of learning about this are attacked. Ship of Guardians with fleet, drones and practically his. However, they destroy in the very last. The moment the ego comes to the rescue, which is powerful energy, discharges, destroys the entire sovereign fleet, and saves the life of the team. What kind of dude is there in 18th place? Loki, who started his way in cinematic as a serious villain, but in film tour to Kingdom of Darkness, Loki Vedisny. Friggs agrees to help Tora. They find Malekith during the battle. Loki from saving his brother by killing Algrim. He is also a course after that. He will hide in the scenes. Death in 17th place, Bruce Wayne, who in the film Batman began left Gotham City in search of a way to free his city from crime and got into the mysterious League of the Shadows, where he was trained Ninja Henry Duca, having received an honorary title. A guilty person and betrays Brotherhood, burning the temple. However, Bruce saves from the fire of his mentor, not knowing that he and there is a real racist. Yes, in 16th place, the brother of Wolverine, Victor Creed, almost all the time. Logan and more than once enters into a fight with him. However, in the film People Like K from the beginning, Wolverine Logan faces incredibly Stryker Weapons 11, who became Wade Wilson after experiments he received the forces of one mutants during this battle. Victor temporarily forgot the enmity and he comes to the rescue. Brother together Groot from the last film, Guardian of the Galaxy 3. Here the team with the film is subjected to the attack by Adam Warlock, who was Aisha created for only one goal, destroy the guards of the galaxy. However, the team at the end of the film during the explosion, the ship of the highest evolutionary of the breast saves it, and with the help of Drax explains that
Зачем ты меня вытащил? Я пытался убить тебя.
Я есть Грут.
Все заслуживают второй шанс.
Then the whole team of guards distinguished himself. Galaxies that in the same third, the villain from the last Raccoon rocket to the higher evolutionary by a geneticist who sought turn what he considers lower the forms of life in the perfect view precisely, and made a rocket like that in the final. The battle team wins the battle. The villain, however, to kill his rocket refused, plus to this was shown that Drax takes an evolutionary from the ship, together with the rest, saved by animals, which later was confirmed by James himself. Again, in 30th place, the main enemy, people of the X-Magnet from whom you don't expect a gift to your enemies. However, in the film of People X-to-X jet teams, superheroes fall under fire. U.S. Air Force aircraft, ginned by the power of Phoenix, destroys one rocket, the second manages to bring down from trajectories, and rocket explodes next to, after which jet became an airplane. Rapidly height, but unexpectedly, the Earth itself saves them. Majid in 12th place, the famous, the enemy of Peter Parker Pie is a juicy man. Movie Spider-Man No Home Home. Parker goes to the forest to the military base. Where did the reports of the anomaly come from? On the way, he collides with Max Dillon. Electro was incredibly strong, the enemy who easily defeated the Spider. Peter saves from serious consequences. Unexpected Flint Mark, who closed Parker with you.
Помнишь меня?
Я Питер, только не ваш Питер.
В каком смысле не мой Питер? Что вообще здесь происходит?
There is one more place in the 11th place. The salvation of Spider-Man is completely hopeless situation in the film Man. Spider 3 enemy in reflection of the younger Goblin. Harry Osborn tried to kill Peter more than once, thinking that he is guilty of the death of his father. The united to villains Venom Man, Sanding Person practically won. The Spider has come to his aid. The best friend, and then he is at all. Survive for the sake. And in 10th place, Peter Parker himself. Film Spider-Man Return Home in the final part of the film, Peter decides prevent the Vulture to rob a plane, transporting weapons from the Tower of the Avengers 2. Battles Adrian Tom on the head. Surpasses Parker and easily his. However, it wins when it failed. Parker explodes. Saves a Messi and binds it with a web, leaving weight. Police in 9th place, the main villain, Sansky and Legend Children of Rings of Venendian. The final part of the film, he joins fight with his son and the main character. Films Shang-Chi during the battle from the conclusion. The inhabitant of the darkness of the NDU saves the inhabitant, after which he sacrifices himself and gives him his rings with the help of them. Shang-Chi win the monastery. In 8th place, Batman from the movie Dark. The night here Bruce Wayne had to confront a very smart but at the same time mentally unstable to the Joker in the final part of the film. Batman converges hand-to-hand combat with a villain of which naturally wins and throws away from skyscrapers. However, like a fighter, Judge Bruce saves Joker without giving the villain. Land in 7th place, Batman from expanded DC Universe performed. Ben Alec, who briefly appeared in film Suicide Squad, showed us here how he began a hunt for a crazy couple of Joker and Harley Quinn during attacks of the King and Queen sportsmen. Gotham City pierces the fence and the Joker flies into the water. But his girlfriend does not know how to swim. Batman saves. In the 6th place, the great and terrible Darth Vader in the final of the film Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. The Emperor is trying to kill the Hatch with the help. Crown reception of the dark side of lightning. Strength, but Darth Vader not wanting to see the death of his son at the hands of merciless Sith returns to the bright side, like Anakin Skycling and Pax, Emperor of the breakthrough through the stream, deadly lightning forces and lowering them. Palpatine carries over his head and drops the ventilation shaft leading to the reactor of the Death Star where the physical shell explodes in the stream. Energy in 5th place recently. The villain appeared Adam Warlock from the film Guardians of the Galaxy 3 initially. He was created by racial sovereigns from the target. The finale of the film after Span was Growth. He, in turn, saves Quill, which ended up in outer space and already almost frozen to death. Subsequently, Adam becomes a member of the team of Guards of the Galaxy for leadership.
Я увидел очень круто.
Peter Parker looked forth, performed by Groot, together with Andrew Garfield appeared in the movie Spider-Man. There is no way home in the final part of the film. Peter from this universe enters the battle. With Green Goblin, Parker is strong, wanting to take revenge on the death of Aunt May, preparing to kill him, but Peter from Osborn universe stops him. Then he receives from the Goblin gratitude in the form of a live wounded. Silver takes a Winter Soldier who became the main antagonist of the film the first Avenger another war in the final part. He agreed with his best friend. Steve Rogers is not at all. However, Captain America remembers, as a result of which his face turns into. Then Rogers in the unconscious. The condition falls into the water and surprised. Bucky still saves his life by pulling out Cap to the shore. In second place Wade Wilson who in Deadpool to film kept saving Russell Cabell Collins, however, in the final parts of the Wade movie with the dress collar, who neutralized him. Super, Meshiba Drader understood what he had done and in the end in the future does not kill the Cabell family. Then Cabell returns to the past, using the last of two charges, its device and puts the token. I will leave there by saving him from.
Вот ведь проныры во времени.
In the first place is Peter Parker again in the film Man Spider No Way Home. He decides to save all the villains who got into his universe since Electrical, Green Goblin and Dr. Osmanot made. This is before his death, so he refuses to send them back to the faithful death in the final of the film. Peter had the help of the other two spider cures, changing all the villains thereby. Reality is therefore after Strange returned them back. They did not die, but we were not shown this.